A business performance survey carried out by the Chamber of Commerce reveals that the rising cost of inputs, fuel, and utilities may be guiding factors for increased prices to be passed on to the consumers.
They've had no option but to pass on these increased costs to consumers. And so it is really a case of cost-push inflation.
One day after the release of the findings of the sentiment of the businesses polled, Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, Louisy, sat down with News4orce to distill the results.
Global inflation, increasing the price of fuel, increasing the price of raw materials, increasing the price of food commodities, and even especially also in construction material, this could threaten the continued growth in the economy and expansion of the economy.
Despite the anticipated global inflationary blow to consumers, whose purchasing power could be eroded, locally businesses are hopeful that increased economic activity following COVID-19 recovery will work in their favor.
There appears to be a bit of a rise in the confidence of business, with 66% of respondents forecasting increased turnover over the next 12 months, while 71% of respondents forecast an increase in the profitability of the business over the same period.
Louisy says the public and private sectors, as well as the populace, must work hand in hand to ensure St. Lucia's economic survival. With no immediate end in sight to global inflation, the executive director advises that businesses gird for challenges.
The Chamber is paying close attention to the global situation, paying close attention to supply side bottlenecks, supply chain bottlenecks, and we are paying attention to what the experts are saying as to how long this will go on. At this time, it is extremely important that companies, and we are encouraging our companies, to look at their supply chain logistics and inventory management systems to see how they could buffer and they could almost protect themselves and protect the consumer against shortages of goods in the first place, because we have to keep the goods coming in, and also to manage costs.
Louisy also recommends that consumers exercise greater discernment in purchases moving forward. He reveals that most businesses have altered their search patterns to include new and varied suppliers to stave off shortages. Alfred, HTS News4orce.